What's up, Starbyte fam? Get ready for a rapid-fire news blast that's going to blow your circuits. First up, director Bretten Hannam is back with Sk+te'kmujue'katik, At the Place of Ghosts. A narrative that defies expectations, diving deep into familial trauma and spectral encounters in a way that's both ambitious and genre-bending. This isn't your typical ghost story. Hannam is pushing boundaries and exploring Indigenous heritage with a powerful, unique vision. Then, the Toronto International Film Festival is making history. We're talking about a record-breaking number of Indigenous films from Canada gracing the screen this year, a monumental achievement spotlighting voices that have been too long unheard. This is a massive moment for Canadian cinema and Indigenous storytelling, showcasing incredible talent and diverse narratives. But the buzz doesn't stop there. TIFF 2025 is serving up some of the most talked-about films of the year, from dark comedies that make you question everything to Gothic tales with incredible heart. Get ready for a deep dive into some of the top 10 movies, including mind-bending thrillers and deeply personal dramas that are already generating Oscar buzz. And finally, we're heading to Argentina for a gripping true crime documentary from Lucretia Martel that dissects a murder and a land dispute, forcing us to confront uncomfortable truths about justice and history. This is intense, thought-provoking cinema that demands your attention. So buckle up, hit that like button, subscribe for more epic content, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. A genre-bending tale of familial trauma unfolds in Bretten Hannam's latest. After their critically acclaimed sophomore feature, Wildhood, Bretten Hannam returns with Sk+te'kmujue'katik, At the Place of Ghosts, a film that elevates ambition in both theme and genre. While the title might suggest a straightforward ghost story, Hannam masterfully subverts expectations, plunging viewers into a narrative steeped in Indigenous heritage and confronting familial trauma head-on. The film centers on Michelle, played by Blake Alec Miranda, who is visited by a terrifying, shadow-drenched spirit. This unsettling encounter compels him to reunite with his estranged brother, Antle, portrayed by Forrest Goodluck, with the shared goal of banishing the ominous forces from their troubled past. Their journey takes them into the forbidden forest known as Sk+te'kmujue'katik, a place steeped in spiritual significance. However, their approach is not one of fear, but a determined, almost chore-like resolve, highlighting the deep-seated nature of the issues they must confront. Hannam's screenplay is transcendent, weaving a narrative that echoes Japanese ghost stories, where protagonists grapple with spiritual unease and their environment. Director of photography Guy Godfrey captures the lush, ethereal landscape, enhancing the film's atmospheric depth. As the brothers venture deeper into the sacred forest, they become navigators of the land's past, encountering apparitions of their ancestors and the European colonials who invaded it, alongside glimpses of its future. The film particularly shines when it focuses on the brothers confronting visions of their younger selves, using these distorted memories to mend their present relationship. This seamless blend of supernatural elements and the raw, real-world themes of confronting one's inner demons is where At the Place of Ghosts achieves its greatest impact. The malevolent shadow spirit, which reappears and then vanishes, serves as a powerful metaphor for crippling anxieties and the monstrous forms our fears can take before we confront them. The film suggests that unchecked fear can consume us, much like the mysterious black substance that invades one of the brothers. Despite occasional narrative detours due to its complex time jumps, the film remains a compellingly ambitious genre twister, rich with intriguing ideas and captivating visuals, including its detailed production design. Audiences and critics alike are hailing At the Place of Ghosts as a testament to Bretten Hannam's evolving skill as a storyteller, solidifying his position as a filmmaker to watch. The film, which premiered at TIFF, is now seeking U.S. distribution. Don't go anywhere, because the next story is making waves for a truly historic reason. Get ready to celebrate a monumental achievement in Canadian cinema with our next headline. A record-breaking surge in Indigenous films takes center stage at TIFF. The Toronto International Film Festival is celebrating a monumental milestone this year with a record number of films made by Indigenous people in Canada, a historic achievement that shines a much-needed spotlight on artists whose voices have long been marginalized by the industry. This surge in representation is being hailed as a powerful moment for Indigenous cinema and a testament to the growing appetite for diverse storytelling. Bretten Hannam, a new filmmaker from Nova Scotia, whose film Sk+te'kmujue'katik, At the Place of Ghosts, premiered at the festival, expressed hope that this increased audience interest will continue. Hannam, who identifies as Two-Spirit, recalled a time just 15 years ago when they were pressured to alter their Indigenous characters' race or sexuality to fit conventional narratives. Our voices have always been there, and people just haven't been listening. And now there is space for that, Hannam stated, reflecting on the long and arduous journey toward greater inclusion. TIFF's international programmer of Canadian features, Kelly Boutsalis, a Mohawk filmmaker herself, highlighted the significance of the lineup, which includes 8 feature films and 2 shorts, all directed by Indigenous talent. It feels really good for the state of Indigenous film that it can be this robust, Boutsalis remarked, emphasizing that this is just the tip of the iceberg, with many more talented filmmakers deserving of recognition. The Indigenous Screen Office played a crucial role in supporting these 8 films, underscoring the collaborative effort behind this cinematic renaissance. The festival is also showcasing powerful narratives like Gail Morris's Bloodlines, starring Anishinaabe actress Dana Solomon. The film explores a lesbian romance and celebrates Métis culture, with Solomon even learning the Michif language for her role, hoping to inspire younger generations. Val Vint, a Métis artist known as Deadly Auntie, features in Rain Vermette's experimental film Levers, which aims to showcase the joy and vibrancy within Indigenous communities, pushing back against stereotypes of perpetual sadness. Vint, at 74, sees this increased recognition at TIFF as a long-overdue acknowledgement of Indigenous land and culture. This record-breaking showcase at TIFF is more than just a film festival. It's a powerful affirmation of Indigenous identity, culture, and storytelling, signaling a transformative shift in the Canadian film landscape. But that's not all the Toronto International Film Festival has in store for us. Get ready for a peek at the top 10 films, including some seriously surprising genre hits and dark comedies. TIFF 2025, a curated list of unforgettable films from the Festival of Festivals. The Toronto International Film Festival, celebrating its 50th anniversary, has once again delivered a dazzling array of cinematic experiences, showcasing over 200 feature films from around the globe. Amidst the highlights and surprises, a select group of 10 films have emerged as particularly impactful, leaving a lasting impression long after the festival concludes. Among the standout features is a sharp, satirical black comedy from Swedish filmmaker Jonathan Etzler, starring Saoirse Ronan. The film boldly tackles the failings of modern education and systemic issues within the gig economy and meritocracy, offering biting social commentary wrapped in genuine humor. Another highly anticipated release is Steven Soderbergh's latest, a moody drama starring Michael Seal and Ian McKellen. This pensive piece delves into the complexities of creative blockage, the weight of legacy, and the anxieties of influence, all while exploring the fascinating dynamic between its lead actors. The festival also featured a unique adaptation of a popular 2023 Japanese cult game, directed by Genki Kawamura. This film masterfully captures the feeling of existential panic and deductive reasoning, serving as a profound parable about parental anxiety and the consequences of difficult choices. From the realm of Gothic horror comes Guillermo del Toro's deeply personal take on Frankenstein, a film that is both tonally rich and pulpy, tender yet perverse. Starring Oscar Isaac as a flamboyant victor, Frankenstein, and Jacob Elordi as a surprisingly sympathetic creature. The film is a passionate exploration of outcast identity and cycles of bad parenting. Clay Zhao's adaptation of Maggie O'Farrell's novel, focusing on the tragedy that inspired Shakespeare's Hamlet, is described as the most shattering fiction film of the festival, yet it bursts with themes of life, renewal, and rebirth. Meanwhile, Park Chan-wook delivers a pitch-black comedy based on Donald E. Westlake's novel, starring Squid Game's Lee Byung-hun as a man driven to desperate measures in a late-stage capitalist society. The film is a thrilling, bleak, and hilariously satirical look at the mercenary nature of the job market. Lucretia Martel's true crime documentary provides a compelling, thought-provoking look at a murder and land dispute within Argentina's Sk+te'kmujue'katik community, offering a mural-like approach that delves into the rich history of the indigenous population. Horror fans are buzzing about Curry Barker's debut feature, a highly effective spin on the monkey's paw trope that secured him a significant deal with Focus Features. Finally, Mona Fastwald directs a part musical biopic about Ann Lee, the founder of the Shakers, exploring themes of resistance, spirituality, and personal conviction. These films represent the diverse and compelling cinematic landscape of TIFF 2025, offering something for every cinephile. But before we wrap up, we've got one more gripping story that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Prepare for a journey into the heart of a true crime case that demands justice next. Lucretia Martel's true crime documentary confronts injustice with stark, unflinching honesty. Lucretia Martel, renowned for her distinctive directorial style, has crafted a powerful true crime documentary that delves into the disturbing case of a murder and subsequent land dispute within Argentina's Sk+te'kmujue'katik community. The film centers on the killing of a prominent figure, allegedly carried out by three men who sought to claim the community's resource-rich land, citing long-standing disputes over indigenous versus settler rights. Instead of a conventional chronological retelling, Martel employs a unique, mural-like approach. The documentary fluidly navigates through time, dedicating significant portions to exploring the rich history, culture, and lives of the Sk+te'kmujue'katik people. This method not only contextualizes the brutal crime, but also humanizes the victims and underscores the systemic injustices faced by the indigenous population. While the narrative begins with the inciting incident and concludes with a partial injustice, the journey between these points is what makes the film a deeply compelling and thought-provoking watch. The court case itself spanned years, and the proceedings clearly indicated a bias favoring the accused over the persecuted. Martel's film meticulously unpacks these complexities, using her signature style to immerse the viewer in the ongoing struggle for land rights and justice. It serves as a stark reminder of historical and ongoing conflicts, urging viewers to confront uncomfortable truths about power, ownership, and the legal system's role in perpetuating inequality. The documentary has resonated deeply with audiences and critics, sparking conversations about historical accountability and the importance of indigenous narratives in mainstream media. It stands as a testament to Martel's ability to weave intricate social commentary into captivating cinematic experiences. And that brings us to the end of our news rundown. But don't go anywhere yet. We've got a quick recap and your full call to action coming right up. What a ride! We've seen Bretten Hannam's ambitious genre-bending tale, At the Place of Ghosts, a record-shattering celebration of Indigenous films at TIFF, a diverse lineup of top-tier movies from the festival, including dark comedies and Gothic horror, and Lucretia Martel's powerful true crime documentary from Argentina. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this update. Subscribe to Starbyte for more of the latest in entertainment and tech, and ring that notification bell so you're always the first to know. Let us know in the comments which story you found most intriguing, and follow us on all our social channels for even more exclusive content.